There we go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, everybody's wonky on Periscope, Twitter. There we go. Wonky wonky. And we're back.
Oh my gosh, look, so many people already.
I know.
Oh,
Hello,
gosh.
everybody. Hello, everybody again.
Oh. Okay, I hope you got your drink. I've got mine. It's a wine. Right. Hello, everybody. So, we meet every single Tuesday at 10 o'clock p.m. UK time to have a live chat with you guys. Yeah.
That's the weirdest way to start.
Why?
This is how we do it. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the GODEMICHE live chat. Today, here we go.
Today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Do you have a script? Because
No.
I've just said my part.
Say it again.
So today we're gonna talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you pointed on Twitter. So every single Tuesday we meet to have a live chat to answer your questions, to keep you updated what's been up to in GODEMICHE world. Oh, we've got a few fans on a Facebook. That's really good.
Hello.
Kingcraft, hello.
Oh, this is...
Some good is wrong.
Oh. There you go. Quick, read it before it goes. That's a problem with Twitter. That really is a problem. We will get back onto that. Whatever you've just put, we will find the tweet or go through the thing and we'll talk about it. We'll contact you again.
See? That
Well,
you should listen to this. I don't let her finish when she speaks. See? Yeah, because sometimes he just translate what I'm saying, which is weird. But okay, right. So while you're there, we're gonna talk about a few stuff, and then we're gonna have Q&A. So any questions we will answer. So I hope you got some prepared. Do you want to start?
you start, you finish, you do everything. Go on, baby. Show us how it's done.
I kind of need your.
Well, okay then. Well,
What is this scope about?
what's this scope about? This scope is physically we make dildos for a living. Silicone dildos and butt plugs. This is what we do, and we talk each week on a Tuesday about what we've done in the week and sometimes what's going to happen. Today's going to be more of a what's happening. So welcome.
Okay, so it's just a couple of things. On Sunday we're going to the Lamb. So for those of you that don't know what Lamb is, it's a London alternative market.
Monica, just finish what you're saying.
Okay, because I'm getting distracted.
Really?
Yeah.
Just finish what you're saying.
You mean like how you used them on each other in the past week?
Yeah. Mainly me using them on myself last week. If you want videos of that, I'll happily send them to you. Go on, carry on.
Okay.
Before everybody loses interest and everybody disappears.
Okay, so we're gonna be at Lamb. Lamb is it's a London alternative market. It's in London, and we're gonna be there together because sometimes Adam is going there on his own, but now we're gonna be there together. So we're gonna do some. We're gonna try to do some live videos as well. So that'll be interesting. Yeah, I think you will have some hope.
Yep.
Well, will you say something?
Yep.
Oh
Go on, carry on.
God.
This is you wrote the stuff.
Yeah, but you.
So London Alternative Market, the reason I tend to go on my own and the reason I tend to be doing it is because obviously we have little kids, so we need to have them looked after, and you can't always call favours in, which is what we normally do to do with work. So we never get to do anything ourselves because it's always about work stuff. This time we do have somebody, so Monica's going to come down. That's what's going to happen there. London Alternative Market, as Monica said, you can go and find it if you search that on Google. It's down in the Whitechapel area in London. There is a small admission charge. There is 3 or 4 floors of fetish products, people making things, all done by hand. Done. there's actually a blog post I wrote about lamb, which links to a few people that we like and we work with and that are highly recommended from us as people, as consumers who've purchased their products as well. Shoot, next one.
Okay.
Next one.
Okay, next one. Oh my god, you want to finish that pretty fast. Jesus Christ. I live in Canada, but sounds like I should live in the UK. Yeah, you should. Right, hello to all stars. Okay, so because it's August, and apparently it's anal August, so we're gonna talk about a little bit about anal. So if you got any experience in the questions, please just go ahead and put a comment. We will answer it. So we've got a few, I think we've got 2 blog posts about anal on our blog, which Adam wrote one, and there is about
There's 4. There's 4 blog posts about anal. There is a blog post written by Molly from Molly's Daily Kiss, which is about butt plugs and the use of butt plugs and some butt plug fun, shall we say. There's one that I wrote with regards to prostate. There's one that I wrote with regards to strap-on. And there's also one that I wrote with regards to using lubricant. Lubricant is your best friend when you have anal play. So they're the 4 blog posts.
Okay. You're not helping me at all.
How is that not helping? I just answered all the questions. All the questions, but I supplied the information. Okay. So anal August.
Yes.
Okay, so when did it start?
Today.
Woohoo! Happy fun bum day. Happy fun bum day. That was a bit of a tongue twister there. So, what are you asking people to tell us or talk to us about, Monica?
Well, apparently there is like a myth that anal is painful, yeah? So some people just don't want to even try it because it is painful. So we're trying to educate people that it's actually not, and what you should do to have a pleasure.
Experience it better.
Yeah.
Yeah. The myth isn't a myth. Anal does hurt if you do it wrong. If you fall out of a bed, it's gonna hurt. If you trip over your shoelaces and fall on your face, it's going to hurt. There's no myth in it, it will hurt. If you do the right things and you don't do it the wrong way, then anal will not hurt. It's as simple as that. So it's not a myth, it's a common problem where people don't do the right things. And that's what the anal shouldn't hurt post is all about. It's all about using the right products. There's a lovely saying about your eyes are too big for your belly, in the sense that you buy a massive plate of food thinking that you can eat it all. What are those? All you can eat buffets are like this. You just go and plow food onto your plate and then you don't eat it all. It's pretty much the same with bum. You know, your eyes are bigger than your bumhole is kind of the thing that I say to people, and you don't need anything bigger than this. You see that you've all got these, well, I believe most people will have these, called fingers, yeah? You don't want to be buying anything bigger than the size of your finger to stick in your bum first time round, and that finger should be lubricated. Highly lubricated, to the point that it is dripping down your fingers, down your forearm, off the end of your elbow, dripping, yeah. And not just this, you need to lube up your bumhole as well.
Okay, so we've got one question from the Instagram. So, do you go over how to properly stimulate during partner play in the blog post? Like stimulate the prostate. I mean.
Right, I'll answer this question straight away. What do you do if you want something bigger than your finger? Well, basically, if it's your first time, go and buy it. Go and buy it. Try and stick something bigger than your finger up your bumhole. This is what's going to happen. You're going to cry. It's going to hurt if you don't do it right. And you probably won't try it again. But by purchasing something or using your finger, It's as simple as that. To experience anal the first time and to explore, you're going to do everything the right way. There's a lot of a mind thing in there, and you've got muscles essentially. There's two muscles. There's one that pulls out and there's one that pulls in, and they sit within an inch of each other. Yeah, roughly an inch of each other. So what happens is you're trying to force it through. You see this? It's like this tiny little. Yep. You see how hard it is for my finger to go through. Yep. That's pretty much what it's going to be like. So you don't want to. You really don't. You don't want to purchase or use anything much bigger than that to start with. Use something this big to start with, enjoy the experience, enjoy the sensation, enjoy the psychological side of it, and then you can progress.
Yeah.
That's the key. That's the key to having fun. Bum fun in the sun, or in the dark, or in the cold, or wherever you want to have bum fun. This is key.
And also, your bum is just getting stretched.
Yeah,
so
it's a muscle.
Yeah, so you just keep taking the bigger toys, like gradually, but then it just stretches and it's just more pleasurable.
So what was the one on Instagram?
Do you go over how to properly stimulate the prostate during partner play in a blog post?
See, the thing is, as with everything, the prostate is roughly the same size, roughly the same place inside the body. What will differ is height. Depending on if you're a really tall person, the prostate can be further in. If you're a short person, it doesn't really go much further down. It does progress down, but the main difference is if you're taller. It's always going to be around about an inch sort of size. They say, like with the G-spot, it's a walnut. You look for like a walnut. And it's very much that. When you find out how you like it stimulated, then that's the way you would ask for it to be done. Or for example, when we sell products, you tend to find with strap-ons, you are like people like penetration, yep, so the in and out business, or you're like a sit-down wriggler. It's sit straight down and wriggle on it. They're two very different ways of stimulating during pegging, but that's you kind of tend to find that people like one or the other more, yeah, and would sway to one way. It's the same thing with a G-spot, isn't it? Or a clit or anything. You have to understand your own for you to then be able to stimulate the way you like. We can advise people generally where it is and how to stimulate it, but how best for you.
Just need to look for it.
This is the best bit.
Find it.
How do you find out it's the best way for you? You experiment, you try, you explore. That's the best possible way.
Does that answer your question?
Hopefully. But if you do have any questions, just drop Monica a message on Instagram or wherever we are on the platforms, and we'll answer them or we'll help you as much as we can. We aren't the definitive guide to. We're incredibly knowledgeable, but we don't know everything. So, and we never will, because this is about you and what you like, and it's giving you. Sorry, I got like hiccups coming there. It's giving you the information and the advice to best explore yourself or together with your partner.
Yep.
Squashed. Boom. Next one.
I think you also need to be a little more relaxed. So if you start like from the massage, and just lube your partner, or just do a maybe candle wax, just start from the back and then goes down, and that just relax both of you, and it's gonna be fine. My tip for everybody watching, whether you're going to be on YouTube, whether you're on Facebook, Pinterest, Periscope, Twitter, or Instagram, is silicone lubricant. That is what I would advise.
like Monica was saying, you're able to use it like a massage. So you can massage with the lubricants and stuff like that. And then you get round to the bum area, and it's already massaged. It's already covered in lubricant. It's already slightly lubed up and ready for you to go. So it makes the whole experience better. Silicone lubricant lasts longer as well.
You can't just think that, you know, oh, this is the night that, you know, we're gonna freaking stick toys into your ass. You just have to be, you know, relaxed. Just don't think about it too much, and just trust your partner, because that's also important. And talk to each other, have a giggle, you know, just to have relaxed time, and just explore, like try different toys, different things, and see which one works for you best.
Tell us how you get on. We'll be back here obviously next week, so tell us how you get on. Tell us if we can help you get on better. Yeah.
And always, we also advise just to use safe sex toys, so silicone. Actually, with a glass will be fine for the, you know, for the first time.
Not really, not.
Because it might be a bit too hard.
It's very hard.
So we don't advise to use like rubber or jelly, because we are not very keen on those materials. But silicone is the best.
See, the other downside with jelly is its compression ratio to a dense silicone, for example, is you could take a product this size and it will squish down quite drastically as a jelly. It's very flexible, it squishes up. It's full of horrible chemicals. Whereas and during use, it just flings and points everywhere because there's no sort of structural strength to it. With what you find is a lot of what you do, the peg, Tantus has got their smoother ones and stuff like that. They tend to be slightly firmer, so you don't get this pingy, bouncy stuff. Jelly isn't the best place to start. Jelly isn't the best thing to use when you start with anal, because it's too soft, which is kind of like the polar opposite to glass. Glass is incredibly hard, obviously.
There was a question on Twitter, which is really good. Silicone lube with silicone toys.
Yeah.
Isn't better to find a water-based thicker lube, not to damage silicone toys?
Oh, right, okay.
So that's a very common question.
All we ever do is use silicone lube with our silicone toys.
We use Give Lube.
Yeah.
And it doesn't damage our toys. However, you need to know the silicone of your toy.
Okay, so the toys that we've used would be Lilos. It hasn't damaged Lilos.
Yeah.
It hasn't damaged Neros. It hasn't damaged any of our products. What else have we got? We've got all sorts of stuff. This is the real. The problems with silicone lubricants come from when you take a lesser grade of something. So when you use a lesser grade silicone in a lubricant and a higher grade silicone in a toy, they're likely to react. Again, you're talking about an industry that's gone from giving you jelly, shit-filled products to then changing its tact, but its way into better made products. Obviously that are more expensive, should I say, but they're better made products with better materials. Same thing with the lubricant. They've kind of come up. So Uberlube, Millennium from ID, the Peugeot, Give Lube. What else is there? There's a couple of other ones that we've played with and tried. Yeah. They've all been fine with our stuff. But this is the key. They're all good lubricants. They're all good brands. They're all good. Spunk, that's the other one. Spunk's really good as well. So that's the key. If you use shit things with good things, they probably won't work well together. The advice is to patch test. And a patch test is basically you take a product, you turn it over, and then you would put a bit on the base. You leave it for a little bit, wipe it off, and if it goes slightly tacky, then it's reacted. Our patch test was to cover a thing in silicone, pretty much a whole tube of silicone, for 24 hours, not just 5 minutes, 24 hours, and then we washed it off, and it was fine.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine. But this is what we're here for. Expel myths. You can use a thick anal lubricant and a water-based one. That's also what we'd recommend after a silicone. The thick,
just water-based doesn't last that long. That's
and it
why
just becomes tacky.
Yeah, I need to use it a lot.
You do.
There is a difference between
The thicker ones, the more viscous water-based lubricants are great because for an orifice that doesn't actually lubricate itself, it sticks, it stays better, but it still is a water-based lubricant that will inevitably sort of go tacky over time. What we were looking to do was to go through every product we could physically get and then try them on our dildos. There's just so many silicone lubes, wasn't there?
Yeah,
it was just
you
like,
kind of get confused like which one to use.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we highly recommend Give Lube, and that's what we always...
This is what we also say. If you purchase a GODEMICHE product and you use Sliquid with it and it goes wrong, tell me. Tell Monica. Send us a message. Let us know. Tell us what lubricant you've used and then we can replace it. And we can advise people not to. But the fact of the matter is, we've never, in over a year and a half, come in contact with a customer or people using a silicone-based product, silicone-based lubricant that's reacted with what we make.
Yeah.
That's quite 18 months of nothing happening. Kind of says a lot about the shit that they tell you about silicone lube, doesn't it? But
yeah, it's get confused people.
But that's what we're here to do. We're here to dispense this advice, to help, to inform.
Yeah.
Next one.
So we covered the lube, the
Yep.
products, the anal.
Yep.
Is there anything else that would you like to know?
YouTube, if you are watching and you have questions, leave them in the comments section below and we'll reply to them. Live chat? Ask away and we will answer. No?
Okay, so we've got a question on Facebook. After molding, the silicone feels a little bit sticky. Have you a trick for fix it? Have you got a trick?
Okay, I got a question. After moulding the silicone, right? Is it a product that we've made? Is what I need to? If it's stuff that you're making yourself, there's a very different answer to if there's. Well, there's a couple of different answers to that. You have to on Facebook. You have to be a bit more specific about what it is. If you've made the silicone toy and it's feeling sticky. If you have made it, then there's more questions or more answers, should I say, to what could go wrong. If it's one that we've made, then you also need to tell me. No, I made them myself. Okay, so you've made them yourself. There's a couple of things that could go wrong. If you're making silicone toys yourself and it's tacky. Rule number one, ratios are wrong. If you mix your ratios incorrectly, the product's not going to cure very well. Yeah? Inhibition. So if you are, that's the other thing that will go wrong. If you're using wrong silicones or other stuff, they can react and cause inhibition, and it won't cure the silicone. The biggest one would be too much platinum, too much of the wrong ratio. If there's not enough platinum, and it won't cure the silicone. If there's too much platinum, then it's free radical oil. It will roam around depending on what silicone you purchase. I've got a funny feeling it'll probably be like Smooth On. If it's a Smooth On silicone that you purchase in, they're like a third tier blender. So what they basically do is they blend other people's stuff from main manufacture, and they then use Dragon skin, Smooth On, exactly. So they use free radical oils, and those free radical oils don't have a cure with the silicone. So if you mix the wrong ratio, then what will happen is there will be too much oil in there. Honestly, I'd probably say bin the toy and start again. Depending, if you've got a silicone mould, it could be that the mould's wrong as well, so you'd have to start from scratch. There's the answers to your questions. That was quite a lot of answers to one question, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was.
There we go. What we got?
Right, so King Craft. We will see you soon.
Yeah, you will.
You should do a video of a ton of different lubes and what happen if a dildo is left in it for 24 hours. Actually, that's really good for the Instagram story. And we've got some toys that have been... thank you, Adam.
You're welcome.
We've got some toys that we had when we had that position. Remember? So we kind of actually can do that. So that would be really... What's your favorite color? Galaxy, Nebula, Solar?
Flare.
Solar flare.
Yeah.
Nebula.
Yeah. No, the Galaxy would be...
Galaxy.
Yeah, I like the Galaxy.
Yeah. So that's why I just like love live chat, because you've got a suggestion and then we can just put into our stories in what we do. So
it is something that we did discuss before though, about making a whole video with the lubricant thing, and what I found, Andrew, you guys know, Andrew and Pixie, that I talk a little bit too much. So the problem I have is when we do these videos, we tend to start talking too much and they just drift off. And then when I go back to edit, I haven't got the right information. So I'm coming to terms with the fact that I might have to start scripting things. Just to go over that as well. What's that?
Can you show the ending of the YouTube video where you're getting it or the mold and cleaning up?
Getting it out the mould and cleaning up?
Out of the
mould. It's just,
so
it's just literally just pull it out the mould. It's pretty much like just pulling them out, isn't it? The cleaning up, we just trim. The video that I've just edited, which is a Galaxy, it's a Nebula video actually. There is actually just trimming the base. That's all we do. There's no cleaning up because we use a one-piece mold and it's pulled out the product. There are no seams. Same thing with the plugs. There's no seams, so there's no reason to clean up or anything. Most of them are normally trimmed, literally taken out the mold, trimmed and put straight into a packet. If it looks super cool, it's taken out the mold, trimmed, put on the photography desk, taken a picture of, and then put in a packet. So it lives its life out of that mould for around about 15 minutes at the most, 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay, we've got a question from Doc C. If you were going to make a toy that wasn't a silicone dildo, what would you make? I think glass would be really nice, you know?
Yeah.
Because there are just so many nice designs that you can make, like the colours inside, and it's kind of interesting how they do it in with it's like an open fire, is it?
Ironically, I think
beautiful.
It was Woosbury. Woosbury is an American company that makes some glass stuff, and it is the most beautiful pieces of glass that I've seen. And I actually went on their website and was not finding out how they make it, but I was super intrigued. And they give this talk about how the glass is done and how when you make a glass product, because like a point with a handle, it's thinner than it would be like a bulbous base, for example. It will cool at different temperatures, and then it causes weaker points. So what they do is they take this glass in like an oven or a kiln, and then it's pretty much at a temperature all day, and then they just allow the whole thing to cool down gradually. So every part of that glass stays the same temperature until cold, which makes it, and it was amazing. Couldn't ever do it. But yeah, glass. Fucking loved. I spent like an hour and a half looking at different things on their website. It was wonderful.
Can you imagine like a glass ambit? Galaxy.
talk to. I'm sure it's Woosbury or whatever it was. So.
Oh gold. Glass gold ambit.
Oh yeah. We'll have to.
That would be cool.
So. Are there any more questions? Is there any?
Oh, Shiva joined us. Hello, Sandra.
All the way from America.
Yeah.
Hi. You kind of missed loads, but we're talking about Anal August and the fetish market we go to in the week.
What colour is Solar?
Solar Flare. Go on.
Well, Solar Flare is black, red and yellow with a little bit of called glitter.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. Are there any questions? I'm sure we're going to talk about anal through whole the month. So watch our Instagram story, Facebook.
Do you have a picture? Right, hold on. Let's answer this one super quick. The Galaxy collection consists of 4 colours. You've got the Galaxy, the Nebula, the Solar Flare and the Helix. The Galaxy is a black, blue and pink. Yeah? Which then the blue and the pink obviously make a purple, and there's quite a nice little purple twist. The Nebula is blue, green and black. The Solar Flare is red, yellow and black. And the Helix is black, bronze and copper.
Yeah.
Those are the 4. Are there pictures? There are all pictures inside the product listing thing. If you jump onto YouTube as well, you can also go and have a look at some of the certificates. There's a couple of Galaxy ones, and there'll be a what's it called one going up soon as well, Helix.
If you type in it on a search box on our website, Galaxy,
it'll all come up there.
So that will be easy for you to find out. Okay, shall we just
let's finish. Happy Anal August, everybody.
Yeah.
Tell us your bum fun stories. We want to know. We want to know if we can help you make some good bum fun stories. And remember, if you're starting, nothing bigger than this. Nothing bigger than this.
And lube.
Covered in lube.
Yeah.
YouTube. Monica. Eyes up, woman. YouTube. YouTube up there. Aquifer. Go and Google that. Find out what that means. Right. YouTube. Thank you very much for joining us today. We hope you've taken something away from this. We hope you've learned something. I hope we've helped you. Again, if you have any questions, you can't answer them. You can't ask them live, so we can't answer them live, but we can still answer them. Ask them in the comment section below.
And please subscribe.
Yeah, smash that subscribe button. That's what they all say, isn't it? So, what we will look to do is if there are questions in this YouTube video, then we will address them there, and then we can probably ask them in the next one. Or we could talk about them in the next one, because it's going to be Anal August, remember? Past that one, what else? That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Have a lovely bum fun.
Yeah, have a lovely bum fun tonight.
See ya.
Yeah, remember, lots of lube and nothing bigger than this if it's your first time.